Well, folks, good afternoon. My name is Derek Andre, and you've tuned in for some Wabash College Little Giants basketball action here live from Chadwick Court. We've got a great one for you this afternoon, a pair of 7-5 teams, Wabash and the Big Red of Denison University. Denison comes into this one 2-3 in the NCAC, 7-5 overall, and they're led by David Muir. He's averaging 17 points per game. Darius White, he's got 12.5 points a game. And Jet Spielman, he's good for 18.5. Wabash comes in tonight with two of their biggest starters, both betas, both brothers. Johnny Jager averaging 16.1 points a game on his freshman campaign. And Daniel Perblisis, good for 17. This one ought to be a good one. I'm not by myself today. Tom Perkins is going to be with us a little later on, but we'll be right back with you. I'm ready to go sit down now. So we got a break? Yeah, we got a break. We're going to take a short break. Be back at my desk. We'll have Perk along with me. This will be a lot more fun. You're watching live Wabash College Little Giant basketball action here on Wabash TV.
Something I discovered in myself is that if I have a goal, I can accomplish it.
It's a well-rounded experience.
At a Division III school, you primarily a student athlete, so the school is really shaped around you developing yourself as a complete individual.
It helps a lot that you have a family with your team that can guide you.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III.
I did receive academic scholarships. Just being involved on campus, being a leader, all those things combined kind of get me recognized. It's a great experience for me.
Conveniently located in the heart of campus, the Wabash College Bookstore is your first, best source for showing your Little Giant pride. From clothing for him or her, to hats, accessories, gifts, school supplies, and more, the bookstore has it all. Whether you're an alumnus, student, parent, or just a fan, come and visit us to find that special something for the Wabash person in your life. Wabash always fights.
Division III schools offer academic scholarships instead of athletic scholarships. This really puts the focus that the student athlete needs to maintain that GPA.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III. A lot of people pick schools just based on the sport and don't get that experience.
Being a Division III athlete and developing my leadership skills has definitely put my name out there and helped me get more recognition on campus, but more recognition nationwide. I did win the Jostens Trophy, which is based on leadership, academics, and then how well you do on the court.
I'm also the Schwartz Scholar of my class. Schwartz Scholarship is basically a scholarship that is given to a student who's identified as a likely leader.
In the end of the day, it won't matter how they play on the field, it will matter how they do in the classroom.
Well, folks, we're back here in Chadwick Court. Derek Andre alongside Tom Perkins. Perk's taking a minute to get over here. He's checking his pronunciations right now. He'll be with us in just a second. But there you have it, folks. You're in for a great one today. Wabash versus Denison. Two teams, 7-5, both looking to get back on track, I should say, in the NCAC campaign. Wabash led by Kyle Brumman, as you see. Denison led by Bob Galoni. They are from Granville, Ohio. They're the Big Red, and this one ought to be a lot of fun. We've got a lot of great games in the NCAC today. We'll try to keep you up to date on all of them. Here are the standings in the conference. Ohio Wesleyan and Hiram and Worcester. Hiram being a little bit of a shocker. They are all tied at 4-1 to lead the way. Wabash currently in the cellar at 1-4, but only a game back of 4 teams in the NCAC, a few of which play today. We play Denison, obviously, so that would be a great chance to make up some ground. DePauw and Kenyon play each other. Kenyon should be the second DePauw. Kenyon's at 1-4 in the conference. And Gainey and Oberlin, I believe, play each other as well. Gainey and Worcester, perhaps. It's going to be a great day of basketball here in the NCAC. A lot of teams looking to make up some ground here in early January. Guys, just coming back from winter break. It's still a little chilly outside, but things are heating up here in Chadwick Court. And Perk has just sat down next to me. Perk, how you doing today?
Doing real well. Glad to get an opportunity to be back with you guys. I did a little work with Clayton Franklin game, so kind of like riding a bike. It's been a few years, but it's fun, and it's the best seat in the house.
Absolutely, and we're in for a good one today between two teams that are, above all things, evenly matched.
Oh, I'd say so. That's you look at the records. Both teams 7-5. Little Giants 1-4 in conference, and Denison 2-3 in conference. You look at the teams they've played. You really can't make any sense out of it. Some of the teams that have beaten Wabash. They're games that we should have gotten, but then we go out and we win a tough road game against Allegheny, and Denison's the same way. They always play the Little Giants strong here, though, at Chadwick Court.
Tom, I haven't gotten a chance to ask you much about this guy, but I'm curious as your thoughts. What do you make of Johnny Jager? He's averaging 16.1 points a game and about 5.5 assists as a freshman. What do you have to say to that? Have you seen anything like it in all your years of watching Little Giant basketball?
Well, two of the last three seasons, we've had the newcomer of the year in Ross Bonser and Kyle Ayton, and I think that Jager is probably better than any of those two guys, and they were great players. Don't get me wrong; they're great kids, great players. But Jager just brings an enthusiasm and energy to the floor. I think is the way to put it. He brings an energy to the floor, and if you're out there and he's in the game, you better be ready to get the ball, or you're going to get hit in the face with it. It's one of those things that he makes everybody else think more about the game itself. You know that if you get open, there's a great chance you're going to get the ball. He's a great player. I really love watching the kid play. He leaves 120% out there every game, and I love to see that.
Wabash split a road series in the NCAC to open the new year. They fell 80-64 at Hiram on last Sunday, before a 63-61 tight win at Allegheny last Monday. Austin Burton scored 14 first-half points to pace the Little Giants to an early lead against Allegheny. He and Jager each finished with 16 to lead Wabash in scoring. Jager hit a pair of free throws with 6 seconds remaining to claim the 2-point road victory. Denison is coming off a 92-76 non-conference win against Capital University last Wednesday night. David Muir scored a career-high 38 points to lead the Big Red in scoring. Darius White had 18, and Jet Spielman tallied 16. And Tom, you look at this Denison lineup, they've got 3 guys that are averaging over 12.5 points a game in the guard Muir, the other guard White, and Spielman, the big post player.
They've got a lot of experience coming back. Those are all great players. They've been around the system for 3 3 years, so they've all been playing together. More importantly, you got 4 juniors starting. They've been playing together since their freshman year. They've got a pretty good feel for where everybody's going to be. And, of course, you've got Darius White, the senior, averaging almost 13 points a game. He's been here for 4 years. So, they've got a lot of experience. And that's one thing. You look at the Little Giants today, starting 3 freshmen. And these guys are getting force-fed experience with the injuries we've got. So it's going to be a contrast of a lot of experience against a team that's playing well, but with a lot of freshmen.
Wabash owns a 30-12 advantage in the all-time season series versus Denison, including a 24-8 mark since Wabash joined the North Coast Athletic Conference in 1999. Wabash swept the Big Red last year, winning 66-62 in Granville before a really tight, really good 68-66 win. That was a big one here in Crawfordsville.
Well, you're always going to get a tight game. You're always going to get a tight game with Denison and Wabash. That's just the way it's always been. You got a lot of red on the floor, a lot of red and white, and it's the teams are very, very, very probably more similar this year than I've ever seen.
Well, folks, we're going to take one last break here before halftime. We'll be right back here in just a moment with starters for both teams, national anthem, all that jazz. You're watching live Wabash College Little Giant basketball here on Wabash TV.
At Arlington National Cemetery in Washington, D.C., a memorial stands to honor unidentified service members lost on the field of battle. This year, 4 Wabash Little Giants, after an otherwise normal away game, visited the site. And the experience was much more than ordinary.
We were able to be a part of laying a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier, something that not everybody gets to do every day.
We actually got to walk past the chain link fence and to stand in front of everybody and stand in front of the shoulders while they played taps. It was humbling, and it brought chills to your spine.
It's very high security, so the fact that we were able to get in and do something of that nature was just a phenomenal experience.
Thinking about all the people you saw walking up to that national monument, all the headstones, all the graves, and thinking about everybody and all the sacrifices that people before us made so that we are able to live the lives we do. It's humbling. There's no other word that comes to mind other than humbling.
Typically, a Division III football experience would not include a 630-mile road trip to Virginia. But because of alumni contribution, the journey for the team and these 4 will be a lasting memory for years to come.
Going to this school, there's nothing like it. I think that Wabash has shaped each and every one of us to be a better man, a better student. Football has made us into better leaders, better teammates.
To be able to play Division III football and fly all the way over to Virginia and be able to have this experience, stay an extra day, have that kind of funding to be able to do that, I just wouldn't be able to do it anywhere else.
I have to give credit to the Flying Wallies, the alumni group, just for everything that they've done to make this possible for us.
We're all lucky to have an alumni base that Wabash has because they are so supportive and they really have our best interests at heart. It brings a sense of a family, having people out there in the world to have your back and to be able to provide things and to be able to experience things that not many other people get to do.
I know sports is important, but having the academic part along with it is a big plus.
I've discovered in myself, a newfound ability to overcome adversity at all different angles.
At a Division III school is really shaped around you developing yourself as a complete individual. The end result in my mind is you just become a very well-rounded person.
Before I came into college, I didn't really think I'd be able to balance so much. It helps a lot that you have a family with your team that can guide you.
With a D3 school, there's a lot of time for other opportunities. The coaches expect a lot of you during soccer, but after soccer, that's your own personal time to really find out who you are and other opportunities that you can pursue.
By balancing all of my interests, basketball, my leadership skills, and academics, I'm able to better prioritize my life and to manage it.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Chadwick Court for this afternoon's North Coast anthem.
Well, folks, we're back here in Chadwick Court. Derek Andre alongside Tom Perkins. Let's run through some starting lineups right now for Wabash and Denison. We'll do Denison first. Denison starts David Muir, guard, number 20. He's a junior, averaging 17 points a game, 4.3 rebounds, and 4.3 assists. He's consistent. Number 22, Darius White, also a guard. He's a senior, lone senior in this Denison Big Red starting lineup. 12.5 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. He's also very consistent. Matthew Bauer, junior, wing, number 10. 6.5 points, 7.6 rebounds, about an assist and a half, a game. Number 23, Devin Pitts, he's a wing, he's a junior. And Jet Spielman, he's the big man, down low, number 33, junior, 18.5 points a game, 5.6 rebounds a game, and 1.2 assists. Wabash goes with a pretty familiar lineup with Marcus Camrath out in a suit. Man, he looks spiffy, though. Johnny Jager, freshman, number 0, 16 points a game, 3 rebounds, just over 5 assists. Duncan Roy, another freshman, 6.1 points, 3.2 rebounds, and about an assist a game. Austin Burton, senior, 8.3, 3 and 2 in points, rebounds, and assists. Daniel Pervlesis, 17 points a game, nearly 9 rebounds, and just about 1 assist. And Evan Frank, he's starting at center, 7.6 points, 8 rebounds, just about even, and about 1.5 assists for the game. There you see Austin Burton, get a good look at him, Duncan Roy, and Johnny Jager.
Austin Burton had a great game against Allegheny. He was the one that helped propel Wabash to the early lead in that game. 14 first half points, finished with 16. Might say that to add that in that Allegheny game, Wabash had 4 players finish in double figures. So there's more on the bench. The Wabash bench has done a very nice job this year so far.
A lot of injuries right now for Wabash. Got some guys trying to get healthy. They've had Zach Patton, he's been down for a while. Marcus is out this game. You're having some freshmen and some freshmen really just being forced to step up because there isn't much age left on this Little Giants team.
In business, they call that OJT, on-the-job training, and the Little Giant youngsters are getting that, but they've responded very well so far. And I think that the great thing about the freshmen is that this year, more than I've seen in the past, is that all these freshmen get along so well. There's no jealousy. There's no, hey, give me the ball. I'm a stud freshman. You know, they all get along so well. They're just having a good time with it.
Just about set to tip off. Pervlesis on Bauer. Ref will push him apart a little bit. Toss the ball up, and Bauer's going to win this one, and we're underway with Darius White with the ball. He'll go over to Spielman. In the corner, that is Muir. Muir back to White. White over to Pitts. Pitts inside. He'll kick back up to top. Bauer for 3. Excuse me, that's Muir for 3, and he's good. And Wabash will get their first possession of the ball game. Johnny out between the circles. He'll take it into the lane. Kick it back up to Roy. Roy to Burton. On to Johnny again. Inside to Pervlesis. Going to work. And Dan with the little bunny shot. Good for 2 points.
Good move down underneath by Pervlesis. He needs to have a big game. He's got a guy 6'7" on him in Spielman, and he needs to try to get him in foul trouble because they don't have a lot of size. Wow.
That was Bauer. That was Muir for 3 again, just knocking shots down.
Well, you know, you live by the 3 and you can die by the 3 as well. So got to just keep running your offense and not get into that game.
Johnny from the corner for 3. It's good.
Or just keep shooting it.
Some back and forth basketball thus far. Here's Muir. Go out top, Spielman. Spielman on to Pitts. He thought about it, didn't, and walked.
Yep, good call, good call, good call. And one thing we've seen in all 3 of the 3-point baskets for both teams so far is catch and shoot. I love the catch and shoot. Guys ready for the ball, get it, don't pump fake, don't try to get people out on it, shoot it. And that's why it goes in. And that's a great, I love that. All 3 threes have been dead on.
It's Johnny. Tries to get into the lane, isn't, and gets fouled actually. I think that's going to be the first on White.
Another thing Johnny does is he drives the ball. He goes to the middle, and you've got options. He can dish it, or he can take that little jumper.
Here's Johnny again. Goes inside, kicks out to Burton. Thought about it, didn't. He'll take it back up top, over to Roy. Roy with a dribble to Johnny. Back to Austin. Inside to Pervlesis. Dan with the shot, little hook, no good, rims out. Rebound to Witten, rebound to Denison, excuse me. Man, too many teams in this conference wearing red and white.
Perv did a nice job of not picking up a cheap foul there.
Tipped by Roy, out of bounds. It'll stay with Denison.
Perv wanted to go over the shoulder down there, but he did a nice job of holding back because there's not a lot of depth on the Wabash bench as far as size is concerned with Marcus out.
Muir over to White, lone senior on the floor for Denison. Back to Bauer. Here's White again. On to Spielman, no good.
Whoa.
Not even close.
Don't break my bankboard, fellas.
He needs to stay down low.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Burton. Tries to get in the lane, kicks out to Roy. Roy on to Jaeger. Hang on to it. Count has started, gets it inside to Frank. Frank goes through a man and offensive foul.
Well, sometimes you just got to stop and take that little baseline jumper. You know, you try to get too close, just stop and take the jump shot.
That's Frank's first team foul.
They need to keep both of their big men out of trouble, out of foul trouble. That's very important in this game.
Not a lot of depth with Marcus not being available today. Here's Bauer out on the wing. He'll go up top to Pitts. Pitts over to Spielman. Back to Bauer. On to White. That's Pitts trying to get in the lane. Bauer for 3. No good off the front iron. Rebounded. Tipped out of bounds by Denison. And Wabash will come away with it.
Good solid defense by the Little Giants on that set. Made him take a tough shot. A little bit of pressure on the inbound pass here.
They have, Denison does, Darius White and David Muir listed as 5'9" and 5'10" apiece. And I wonder if they put him in platform shoes for that one.
Yeah, I hear you.
Austin Burton traveled there.
And that's a good call. Austin did a little shuffle. You get away with that in NBA, but obviously it's not the NBA. One thing that for Johnny Jaeger, he has to cut down on his turnovers. He has 59 in 12 games. That's almost 5 a game, and that's just because he's on the floor all the time.
Yeah, he plays the game so fast that you're going to make mistakes. Spielman baseline jumper, no good. Rebounded by Jaeger. He'll come away with it. Trying to go through Bauer. They're going to say that Bauer fouled him.
Looks like we got a line change for Denison. Throwing 3 new players in the game.
I feel like we're playing that Greenville College again.
Yeah.
Oh my. The line changes. Oh my.
That had to be a nightmare for radio.
Oh, we had. I'm not kidding you. There was a guy on the computer, a guy spotting for the guy on the computer, and a guy spotting for the guy spotting for the guy on the computer.
That was unbelievable.
Oh, it was fun, but man, I wouldn't want to do it again. Here's Stukowski now. Tries to go baseline, can't get it, kicks it back out to Jaeger. 18 on the shot clock.
Wow, let him play.
Burton in the corner for three. It's good.
Catch and shoot. Gotta love it.
8-6, Wabash leads now. Ball inside to Spielman. Kicks back out. Muir. Muir back to Spielman. Tries to get in the lane. Over on the wing. Back up top to Muir. 14 on the shot clock. Little pump fake there by Collier. Muir again. Back to Collier.
Oh, travel.
Just 6 on the shot clock. Muir into the lane. Tries to get Spielman. He does. No good. Doesn't hit the rim. Ball still bouncing around. Shot clock violation.
Wow. Didn't hit the rim. Denison's claiming that it hit the rim.
It looked like to me that the ball just got batted by Pavlidis off the backboard. But it really doesn't matter what Denison thinks.
You're exactly right.
We pay some people to make the
correct.
calls. So Jaeger into the lane for the layup with contact in and one. Oh my.
The thing about Jaeger is you never know what he's going to do. I mean, he gets out, he can dish it or he can pop it. And you got to play him honestly.
He's explosive if he's nothing else.
Johnny already with 5 points early in the going.
We'll make that 6. Duncan Roy in for Evan Frank. That is Jaeger. We'll get a replay of that with Johnny. And contact going up. Great play by Jaeger. Here's Keller on to number 44, Castagnetti. Collier now. Tries to go in the lane. Back to Castagnetti. To Muir. Still Muir. Go back to Collier. Inside. And that was Freeman on the little shot. And he was fouled as it went up, so that's good. And he'll have a chance for the old school three-point play.
Kind of a Little Giant defense kind of fell asleep that time. He got open and nobody switched over. Nobody went over on him. Oh wow!
He missed the front end brick. He missed that one off the front iron badly.
Don't you dare break my basket.
I don't think that we are allowed to talk about free throw shooting though, Perk.
I know. But
here's Stukowski. Over to Jaeger now. He'll kick it to Duncan Roy in the corner. 4-3, no good. Rebound, Ben Stukowski. Still fighting for it. He'll go back up with it, no good. Rebound, Austin Burton.
And takes it back out. There's your senior right there. Taking the ball back out to reset it.
Jaeger drives into the lane, puts up a shot, is fouled as he goes up.
Close call right there. I was waiting for the other way, but he got the block.
He did. I was worried that his feet were set, but the referee says no, and Johnny will go to the line for 2.
Jaeger makes so many things happen out there. He's fun to watch play, and he's got to be tough to defend.
Well, and he's got a very quick first step, if nothing else. Jaeger's first free throw is good. We'll take a look at that. Drive into the lane. Little hop. Close call there.
Borderline.
Yep. Probably good to give that to the offensive player, though.
Absolutely. Especially when you're the home team.
Johnny misses the second one. Denison come the other way with it. Here's Bauer. Over to Muir. Muir with him on the wing. He'll go to the corner for Freeman. Close to a travel. Stolen by Burton. Austin will cross the timeline with it. Give it to Jaeger. Go inside to Pavlidis. Pavlidis trying to go to work. Burton outside for 3. It's good!
Great ball movement by the Little Giants. Great kick back out by Pavlidis. That's a great play.
Muir into the lane. Puts up a little runner. No good. Rebound by Pavlidis. Wabash will push the pace a little bit again. Kick out to Burton. On to Stukowski. Roy now. And stolen away by Muir. Easy layup there for the junior.
Boy, just an unforced error on the Little Giants. There's your freshman mistakes right there that come back to haunt you. Points off turnover is a big stat.
13-12. Wabash leads this one. We're going to keep it here. And Tom, you have any initial thoughts about this game?
Well, I like the way Wabash is pushing the ball. They're forcing the action. and they're popping the three, and you got to keep hitting it. But see, Pervlissis has only got 2 shots, 1 out of 2 from the field so far, and they've still got him they can go to when they need to. So the 3-point shot's working, but if that starts not going in, then they got to go down low to Pervlissis and Frank down underneath. I'm pleased with the way they're playing right now. They're a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of energy out on the floor right now.
You can follow Wabash Athletics on Twitter at Wabash Athletics. That's your site for all the scores, news, and updates from the Wabash College Athletics Department. That's at Wabash Athletics on Twitter.
Looks like we got some seniors here taking study breaks this afternoon. That's nice.
Looks like the majority of the Beta houses joined us finally. There's a few Fijis over there as well, it seems. Pervlissis going to work down low. Puts up a little hook shot. It's good.
Like we talked about earlier, he's hitting that 3. That's going to open things up for Pervlissis underneath.
Here's White. Over to Bauer. Collier on the wing. Takes a dribble back to White. White, pretty good push off there.
Yeah, got left forearm.
And they're going to call Dan for the foul there. On the floor, though.
Yeah, they're going to keep rotating big guys in. My guess is that Perv's coming out of the game. They're going to keep, my guess is going to be a rotation between Frank and Pervlissis. Frank has really come on lately. Had 16 and 15 against Allegheny. He had a great game. So, or that might have been, or was that Hiram? He had 16 points, 15 boards.
I thought it was Hiram.
Yeah, I think it was Hiram.
And there's another board for Frank. Spielman checked back into the Denison lineup as well. There at that last dead ball. And Johnny's fouled pretty good there. That one's going to be on, looks like they're saying it's on Spielman. Stepped out.
I'd like to get him in foul trouble because they don't have a lot of size off the bench.
They've got a few guys, but nobody that's as big as Spielman, 6'7", 230. He's a big man.
Big boy. Why is he shooting a 3? You probably heard about that at the time.
I would figure. Kicked out Skowski, on to Burton. He'll take it in the lane. Kick back out to Roy. Johnny for 3 in the corner. It's good.
Wow. Great ball movement. Super ball movement. You can't get any better than that.
I'll tell you, Tom, I don't know what it is, but Wabash just looks like they've got some more energy after the winter break.
Yeah, they've been coming back, and they've been banging on each other twice a day here in practice, and they're glad to get back to banging on somebody that they don't know. So it's it is a good outlet for them to play somebody that's different. And there's a lot of all they do pretty much all day is sit around. There's not a lot going on right now on campus, and coming into play that's their favorite thing right now, and they're playing really well right now.
I say that was a dead ball foul on Ben Stokowski. His second, team's 5th. Logan White checks in for the Little Giants. Right now on the floor, it is, who's that in the corner? That is Spielman. And blocked by Evan Frank. Castagnetti got the rebound, I guess.
Just
but
a fortunate bounce to Castagnetti. He's right there.
Jager pulls up, no good.
Forced.
For now for Wabash, it is Burton. Pull up for 3 from Darius White. It's good, oh my. And that'll cut the Wabash lead to 5.
And Darius now in his career with 197 three-pointers. We're just full of information, aren't we? Some would say.
Poked away only as far as Duncan Roy, though. Back inside to Frank. Frank going to work on Bauer. Puts up the shot. No good. Rebound, Denison.
Got to take the ball to the hole, though. Got to take it to the hole.
Muir going to the hole right now. No good off the front iron. Still battered around. Rebound, Evan Frank.
He's got a good nose for the ball. He gets a lot of boards, and he's just a freshman. That's good to see.
Right now for Wabash, it is Jaker, Burton, White, Frank, and Roy. For Denison, we have steal by Muir there. Speaking of Muir, it's Muir, White, Castagnetti, Bauer, and Spielman for Denison.
Still 4 freshmen in the ball game. Now Ronald Ryan's going to come into the game for the Little Giants.
Good to see him getting more work today.
And Purvis checking back in here at the next dead ball. My guess is Austin Burton will get a break here.
He's earned one. White inside, going to work.
Another kid that's going to be a great player at Wabash, too, Logan White. He's getting about 12 minutes a game already.
Oh, nice. Poked away by White.
It's a good hustle.
Great hustle play by Logan.
I didn't see which way they pointed. Denison ball.
I think they're saying it's going to stay here.
Probably a good call. Great hustle by Logan White.
Absolutely. Can't fault him there. Johnny Vernasco and Devin Pitts checking in for Denison. Ronald Ryan and Daniel Pavlisis in for Wabash. Here's Muir. Tries to get into the lane, drives straight to the rim, and it's good for 2.
Once again, no help underneath the basket, and once he blew by Austin Burton, nobody helped out. That's what speed gets for you.
Not the tallest guy, but speed kills, as they say.
Yeah.
Burton down low to the baseline. It's good for 2.
Austin playing with a lot of confidence right now. Really a bunch. 8 points here early in the contest.
This is better than he's played in years. It seems like.
I think he's just enjoying the whole. He's just enjoying the whole senior year experience, and he's playing very loose and comfortably, and he's doing well.
Timeout now to Wabash. 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here with it.
So Johnny's coming back in the game now, and Austin will get the break.
Score right now, as you can see, Wabash 24, Denison 19, Jaeger with 10 points, Burton with 8, Pavlisis with 4, Logan White with a pair. Bauer has 3 for Denison, Muir has 9, Freeman has 2. And
we're missing some
points.
I'm sure they'll turn up. No, now we got it. Bauer had a tray.
Bauer had a triple.
Now the accounting department got us all caught up here. So.
For more information on what it takes to become a Wabash man, if you want to attend school here like I have, visit our website at wabash.edu. You can find all the statistics, all the information, all the stuff that you'd ever need to know to choose this college. I sure did, and I would encourage anyone who's watching this who has not gone to college to do the same. That's wabash.edu for all your admissions information needs.
And I got a 14-year-old that's already said he's coming to Wabash. So.
Well, that's what we need. Spielman inside. Pretty good finish there with a lot of traffic in the lane.
Wabash's defense underneath the basket right now in the paint has not been that stellar. They need to really start helping each other out, talking a little more possibly.
You know, they're missing their big rim protector in Camrath as well. White on the wing. Gets inside, tries to go up with it. A lot of contact.
Nice
great finish.
That's just a confident move right there.
Here's Muir up top. Inside, stolen away by Pavlisis.
Too many arms get in the way of that one.
Here's Roy. Back to Jaeger in the corner. He'll take a step back upside. He'll go back to White. White up to Jaeger. 15 on the shot clock. Roy dribbling on the wing. Back to Ryan. 9 on the shot clock. Ryan wants a small screen. Going into the lane, trying to make a little runner. It's good.
Nice. What a great play. What a great kid. Ronnie Ryan.
That's a gutsy play for Ryan there, though.
Pride of Linwood, Illinois. He works for me downstairs in the equipment room. Great kid. Awesome kid.
Spielman, 4-3. It's good. Oh, they're saying that's a 2. Excuse me. That is only a 2.
Well, after that first brick he threw, I think Wabash was willing to let him have that shot.
I wouldn't blame him. Ryan crosses the timeline out between the circles. He's out on the wing now. Crosses a man up, kicks it outside to Jaeger. Thought about it, didn't. He'll get the ball screen from Pavlisis. Didn't see him on the pick and roll, though.
He had Perv, yeah, he had him on. And I think Johnny's mad at himself for not getting that ball to Perv.
I think that was tailor-made. We're going to see Evan Frank and Austin Burton checking back in for Wabash.
Good minutes for Ronnie Ryan and Logan White.
Absolutely.
6 points in just a couple of minutes. That's what Little Giants need.
Here's Burton. 5 on the shot clock now. Burton to Roy. 4-3. No good off the side iron.
Hand in his face. Good defense by Denison.
Darius White now on the wing. He'll go up top to Vernasco. To Pitts. Back to White. No foul. Steps back. He's in trouble. And they're saying he walked.
Looked like he walked 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. His feet were blocked out by the monitor, but
yeah,
he moved an awful long way.
Slid around. They finally had to call it.
We love to know that you're watching us. You can email me at dmandre16@wabash.edu. Let us know you're watching. We'll try to give you as much of a shout out as we can. My grandparents are watching down home in Sullivan. Mama and Papa, thanks for watching. Love you guys. You guys are the best. Inside to Pervlesis. He puts up a shot. It's good.
Great look by Jaeger. Great assist.
Vernasco over to Pitts.
We don't get assists here on the monitor, but Johnny's already got 3 or 4, I'm sure. Wabash is dishing it really. Oh, they do have assists here, too.
Jaeger has 1. Stolen away by Frank now. Wabash will come away with it. Johnny crosses the timeline, picking up the pace a little bit. Dribbles behind his back, gives it over to Roy. Roy on to Burton on the other wing. Inside to Pervlesis, going to work, backing down, looks like, who is that? Keller? He missed the shot, though.
Yeah, Frank got away with one that time. He was on the back.
Here's White now. Over to Pitts, Verdasco. To number 24, Svick. Back to Pitts. Pitts thought about it. No. White. Inside. Back outside to Svick. He puts a shot up. It's blocked. Poked away by Jaeger. Back out top to...
Oh, travel.
Back out top to Keller. And oh, my.
You can't do that, fellas. You cannot do that.
That was about like a study abroad trip.
Yeah. Ronnie Ryan back in the ball game as we get a timeout.
That's a full timeout here in Chadwick Court. We're going to take a break as well. Wabash leads this one 30-23 with just under 6 minutes to go in the first half. You're watching Wabash College basketball action on Wabash TV. Welcome back to Chadwick Court here on the beautiful campus of Wabash College. Derek Andre alongside Tom Perkins. We've got a good one here in Chadwick today. 30-23. Wabash leads this one with just under 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Any last-minute thoughts before we get back underway?
Yeah,
Tom?
Derek, Little Giants hitting 12 out of 18 from the field so far, 67%, and Ronnie Ryan turns it over. Little Giants shooting the ball real well.
Inside now, it looks like Svick, Vernasco, he put one up. And somebody's fouled. I'm not sure which one they're going to say that was.
It'll be Evan Frank.
It's on Evan Frank, who's going to the line. Looks like it's going to be Vernasco going to the line. Yeah, it's Evan's second. Looks like Logan
White back in the game.
Logan White's going to go get him. Overall, though, only 2 fouls on Frank thus far. That's not the worst thing that could happen for the Little Giants.
Yeah, you just got to get him out of the game for the next 5:42. You don't want to get that third one.
Nope.
And Perv is in good shape. He's just picked up 1 personal foul. And he got some pretty good size still. Logan White's 6'5". He's coming. He can fill that spot for 6 minutes.
Spielman back in for Denison. Vernasco missed them both.
Denison 0 for 3 from the line. They're perfect for us.
They're the right kind of perfect, you could say. Here's Ronald Ryan over to Burton. And they're going to say that Darius White fouled Austin Burton.
Let's see how many that is on Darius. That's at least 2 on Darius. Yeah,
that's his second.
They need to keep that kid in the game. He's a good assist man.
He's
staying in.
Yep, staying in there. If I was Wabash, I'd go back to Burton. Here's White over Jager. 25 on the shot clock. Plenty of time. Over to Ronald Ryan, to White in the corner.
Oh, traveled.
And he traveled pretty badly.
Pretty badly. What's the difference between traveling and traveling pretty badly? I agree with you.
If I'm sitting all the way over here and I see both your feet move before the ref calls the whistle.
Officials today doing a nice job. They've looked like they've nailed about every call. So
yeah, I don't think they've called anything the wrong way for either team thus far. This is Collier, throws it away right to Logan
terrible
White.
pass. Terrible pass.
Ronald Ryan goes into the lane, puts up a runner, no good off the front. Back iron.
Logan White.
Logan White with the hustle play, though. Oh, my. Getting a great reaction out of the Wabash bench.
Ronnie Ryan doing a nice job going to the hole. He's playing with a lot more confidence than he was the first part of the season. He's getting some minutes, and I think that's why.
He's able to get in more of a groove, I think. Spielman stepped out of bounds.
That's terrific defense by Logan White. He cut off the baseline. That's perfect defense right there. You cut off the baseline, unless he charges you, the only place he's got to go is out of bounds. Great defense by Logan White.
Duncan Roy back in for the Little Giants with 4:30, 4:29, 4:28 to play here in the first half.
Little Giants have got a good offensive lineup in the game right now with Burton, Pervlesis, Jager, Roy, and White. That's some good offensive firepower.
Here's Burton, defended by Muir. He'll get into the lane. Kick out to Roy. 4-3, no good off the iron. Rebounded by Logan White. He'll get it to Pervlesis. Batted out of bounds, though, by Bauer. It'll stay with Wabash.
I have really been impressed with Logan White. I can't talk enough about what he's been doing. He's 3 for 3 from the field. 3 rebounds, and he's just done a great job. A lot of things don't end up in the scorebook, like right there.
Just a great hustle play by White. Here's Jager out between the circles. Nearer to one than the other, though.
I think Logan needs to come out. He's sucking gas right now.
Back to Jager now. Looking inside. Can't get it to Pervlesis. He'll kick it out. He'll kick it back to Logan. Yeah, he's tired. You can tell. This is Burton now. 8 on the shot clock. Burton into the lane, is fouled and one.
Great move to the hole. A great move to the hole by Austin Burton. He knew the time was running out. Take it to the hole, make it or miss it and get fouled, or make it and get fouled. So
that's just a senior doing work right there.
Once again, Austin playing with a lot of confidence. 10 first half points. Nice play. Good. Even on the replay, that looks good. I love it.
Austin's got a chance for one more. Austin missed that one. Wabash leads by 11, though. 3.5 to go here in the first half. Muir in the lane. Tries to put one up, goes to Spielman. 4 men around Spielman, and he's fouled.
They're going to be on Johnny Jager.
And that's good for the bonus to Denison.
Yep.
That's the 7th team foul on Wabash. Wabash also in the bonus here. That's only Johnny's first, though.
Combined teams thus far in the first half are 2 for 7 from the charity stripe. Not real good at any level. I've seen bitty basketball teams shoot better. That's another story.
Spielman's first is up, and it's good.
I put the kiss of death on him. He made it. The streak is broken. 1 for 4 now for Denison.
Spielman made his second.
Little Giants cling to that 9-point lead. They've been playing really well on offense so far. 14 out of 22 from the field.
Johnny crosses the timeline, hits it back out to Duncan Roy up top. He'll go over to Austin Burton. He's had himself a pretty good first half, 10 points. Down to Pervlesis on the baseline. Up top to Johnny. Thinking about it with a hand in his face. 4-3, it's good! Oh my!
Take that. He had a hand in his face and just said, take that.
Johnny Jager. Spielman for 3. He bricked the last one, he didn't this one. That's a pretty sweet stroke for a big man.
Maybe we owe him, Mr. Spielman, an apology.
I guess so.
Dissing him early.
We questioned him. He wanted to shut us up. Roy to the baseline. Jager on the wing. Tries to go around a man. Hit in the shoulder. Down. Burton on the baseline, and he throws it away.
Johnny Jager is injured out there right now. He's got a shoulder problem.
Yeah,
it looks like he's got something on the shoulder to begin with.
Yeah, like a cut or something. Must have got hit right there.
That hurts.
Yep.
You can tell.
Mm-hmm. But great toughness by the kid to stay in there. Oh,
absolutely. He doesn't want to come out.
Muir for three. No good off the back iron.
Off the back.
And
on the back.
That one's going to be on Garrett Collier. And Wabash will shoot one and a bonus.
We're going to send to the line here. Looks like Johnny Jager's walking up there.
Yep. That's as good of a chance as Wabash has to make free throws.
Johnny hitting almost 82% from the stripe this year. 59 for 72.
2 of 3
that.
today, 3 of 4 today.
Giants stretch that lead to 10 points. A pretty impressive first half, but long way to go. A lot of basketball left to play.
A good look there at Jager. Couple dribbles, eyes up, shot up, and it's good. Make that 4 of 5 on the day.
Must not hurt that badly.
That's a shooting arm, too.
Yep. Still looks like he's favoring it a bit. But
Spielman out on the wing. Here's Pitts. Back to number 24, Svick. Spielman now. Doesn't have anywhere really to go with it. Muir gets the ball screen, tries to go to the baseline, does. Lots of traffic, still batted around. Ball pulled out, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Muir for 3, it's good. Unfortunately, the defense just broke down late in the shot clock.
Well, the defense played so well early in that set. They had to help out underneath. Pervlissis helped out on Muir, and then they ended up giving him the open 3. Muir will make you pay.
Jager for 3, oh my.
You'd think they'd have his attention, that he would have their attention by now, but nobody was within 10 feet of him.
Johnny has scored 18 points in the first half.
Well, with looks like that, he's going to have a field day.
4-3, Pitts, no good. Rebounded.
Pitts over the back.
Freeman batted it out of bounds, no foul, but they're going to say it's Wabash ball anyway.
And they would be correct.
42-31, Wabash leads this one with 1 minute and 2 seconds to go in the first half.
Johnny Jager's first half line so far, Derek, 5 out of 6 from the field, including 4 out of 4 from beyond the arc, 4 out of 5 from the stripe. He's pretty much a career first half so far. A lot of guys don't have a good 2 weeks like that.
Well, he's already over his season average of 16. So that'll help the stats. Here's Burton on the wing. Burton on White, and he walked.
He sure did. And I still say that in the second half, you're going to see Daniel Pervlissis have a great second half because they're going to do some adjustment and they're going to pay a lot more attention to Jager, and that's going to open things up. My prediction. I could be wrong. That's my disclaimer.
I haven't known you to be wrong too many times.
Oh, my. You're so wrong.
Joey Linke into the Little Giant lineup. And they're going to say there's a foul on the floor. Who's this on?
It's like maybe Burton.
I would guess, yep, Burton it is.
Yeah, he grabbed him. That's a good call.
Yep.
Good call. That probably, there wasn't a lot of help underneath, so Muir would probably have gotten a layup if he didn't foul him. So that's probably a pretty good foul. And it's just Austin's first.
May as well make him earn it from the line. Muir will go to the line, shooting a 1 and bonus. No good. And rebound to Roy with 36 seconds to go in the first half.
Muir hitting 78% from the stripe for the year, so the Little Giants do get a break on that one.
Here's White, Johnny on the wing, inside, to Pervlissis, going to work on Freeman. Off the glass, it's good!
Ooh. The home court roll right there, Derek.
Members bounce, as they say. Muir in the lane, up for a layup, it's good. And Wabash stolen away by White, oh my. And Logie, the other White, blocks it.
He
Well,
needed that.
He redeemed himself. He's not getting hollered at too much now. Purvlesis going to work. 3 seconds on the clock. He's fouled. With 0.8 seconds to go in the half. 0.8 of a second to go, and Daniel Purvlesis is going to head to the foul line with 2 shots. Holy smokes.
Yeah, a little bit of time left, less than a second. No worries, no worries. Now Dan's got a chance to give the Little Giants either a 12 or 13-point advantage at half. So important foul shots.
We're going to get some changes into the Little Giant lineup. Dan's first is up and good.
Use it all.
That's Lenke. C.J. McMahon is going to check in for the first time today, and Ronald Ryan. Blocked there by White. You're getting a second look at it, and that was great work by the taller White on the much shorter Darius White.
After that lousy pass, he redeemed himself,
Yeah,
folks.
he needed that one. Daniel's second is up. No good off the iron, and that's going to end the first half. Wabash leads here at the half, 45-33. We'll be back in just a few minutes, actually. We're back in just a few minutes with some halftime stats, some halftime thoughts, some general commentary. You're watching Wabash College basketball here on Wabash TV. Again, at the half, Wabash leads 45-33. I'm Derek Andre. We'll be back in just a moment.
Something I discovered in myself is that if I have a goal, then I can accomplish it.
It's a well-rounded experience.
Something I discovered in myself is that if I have a goal, then
Conveniently located in the heart of campus, the Wabash College Bookstore is your first, best source for showing your Little Giant pride. From clothing for him or her, to hats, accessories, gifts, school supplies, and more, the bookstore has it all. Whether you're an alumnus, student, parent, or just a fan, come and visit us to find that special something for the Wabash person in your life. Wabash always fights.
Division III schools offer academic scholarships instead of athletic scholarships. This really puts the focus that the student athlete needs to maintain that GPA.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III. A lot of people pick schools just based on the sport and don't get that experience.
Being a Division III athlete and developing my leadership skills has definitely put my name out there and helped me get more recognition on campus, but more recognition nationwide. I did win the Jostens Trophy, which is based on leadership, academics, and then how well you do on the court.
I'm also the Schwartz Scholar of my class. Schwartz Scholarship is basically a scholarship that is given to a student who's identified as a likely leader.
At the end of the day, it won't matter how they play on the field, it will matter how they do in the classroom.
At Arlington National Cemetery in Washington, D.C., a memorial stands to honor unidentified service members lost on the field of battle. This year, 4 Wabash Little Giants, after an otherwise normal away game, visited the site. And the experience was much more than ordinary.
We were able to be a part of laying a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier, something that not everybody gets to do every day.
We actually got to walk past the chain link fence and to stand in front of everybody and stand in front of their shoulders while they played taps. It was humbling, and I mean, it brought chills to your spine.
It's very high security, so I mean, the fact that we were able to get in and do something of that nature was just a phenomenal experience.
Thinking about all the people you saw walking up to that national monument, all the headstones, all the graves, and thinking about everybody and all the sacrifices that people before us made so that we are able to live the lives we do. It's humbling. I mean, there's no other word that comes to mind other than humbling.
Typically, a Division III football experience would not include a 630-mile road trip to Virginia. But because of alumni contribution, the journey for the team and these four will be a lasting memory for years to come.
Going to this school, there's nothing like it. I think that Wabash has shaped each and every one of us to be a better man, a better student. Football has made us into better leaders, better teammates.
To be able to play Division III football and fly all the way over to Virginia and be able to have this experience, stay an extra day, have that kind of funding to be able to do that, I just wouldn't be able to do it anywhere else.
I have to give credit to the Flying Wallies, the alumni group, just for everything that they've done to make this possible for us.
We're all lucky to have an alumni base that Wabash has because they are so supportive and they really have our best interests at heart. It brings a sense of a family, having people out there in the world to have your back and to be able to provide things and to be able to experience things that not many other people get to do.
I know sports is important, but having the academic part along with it is a big plus. I've discovered in myself, a newfound ability to overcome adversity at all different angles.
At a Division III school is really shaped around you developing yourself as a complete individual. The end result in my mind is you just become a very well-rounded person.
Before I came into college, I didn't really think I'd be able to balance so much. It helps a lot that you have a family with your team that can guide you.
With a D3 school, there's a lot of time for other opportunities. The coaches expect a lot of you during soccer, but after soccer, that's your own personal time to really find out who you are and other opportunities that you can pursue.
By balancing all of my interests, basketball, my leadership skills, and academics, I'm able to better prioritize my life and to manage it.
Division III allows you to be able to give yourself to other things. Not even just participate in them, but really get involved with them if you want to.
There's a lot of interaction. It's not just sitting back, taking notes. You're actually doing hands-on things and better preparing yourself for your major.
Choosing a Division III school, I've had the opportunity to develop my leadership skills and to be more involved on campus.
Division III in athletics, affords students the opportunity not only to participate in intercollegiate athletics at a competitive level, but also gives them the opportunity to, engage in the other interests in their campus and in their lives outside of that sport and outside of the academics on the campus.
And to have opportunity to have time to join clubs and being able to play basketball, it allows you to just be able to do everything you want to do. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Division III allows you to give yourself to other things.
Having that free time allows me to pursue the things that I want to pursue.
Division III in athletics affords students the opportunity to, engage in the other interests in their campus and in their lives outside of that sport.
It allows you to just be able to do everything you want to do. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Well, folks, we're back here in Chadwick Court. Derek Andre alongside Tom Perkins. At the end of the first half, here at halftime, Wabash leads this one by 12. Wabash 45, Denison 33. Tom, you have any quick thoughts on the first half?
I've always got thoughts. The Little Giants have hit 17 out of 25. That's great. 68. energy, a lot of excitement, a lot of exuberance, and played a great first half for the Little Giants.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick look at some replays, the highlights of the first half here in just a second. So, Tom, feel free to add your thoughts as you see Johnny Jager going to the rack there. Jager for three again.
Well, there, Darren, look at the shot right there. Nobody's within 10 feet of Jager.
There's Pervlesis going up. Great play. Burton for three. That one's good. Pervlesis inside going to work again. It's a lot of fun to watch him do that.
That should be there all day, that play.
There's Muir going up, layup. Quick and easy transition bucket. Yeah, he's had a couple of those, just real easy transition buckets for Denison.
But those are the only points off turnovers for Denison in the first half, though, both by Muir. And the Little Giants scored 14 off turnovers. So big difference there.
That's a big statistic.
Yep, 14-4 on points off turnover.
Wabash also leads 18-12 on points in the paint and 8-4 on bench points. Denison has 6 fast break points, Wabash has 2, and Denison leads in the second chance points 7-5.
And that's interesting because Wabash's strength is offensive boards, and they're getting beaten on that statistic right now. I'd look for that to change. 7-5 second half points in favor of Denison.
We're going to take one last break here before we come back for second half action. Again, at the half, Wabash leads this one 45-33. You're watching Little Giant basketball here on Wabash TV.
Something I discovered in myself is that if I have a goal, then I can accomplish it.
It's a well-rounded experience.
At a Division III school, you primarily a student athlete, so the school is really shaped around you developing yourself as a complete individual.
It helps a lot that you have a family with your team that can guide you.
We're back here in Chadwick Court. Derek Andre alongside Tom Perkins. We've got a couple shout-outs to do here on this Saturday afternoon showcase of basketball action. Casey Edding, former Wabash player, graduate of the class of 2015. He says this is one of the best halves they've played this year.
He would be correct.
Great webcast from Madison, Wisconsin. Thanks, Casey. We appreciate you tuning in. Also, Coach Mac Petty, former coach of the Wabash Little Giants basketball team, current coach of the Wabash Little Giant golf team, is watching out in Arizona. He says, Tom, you should, quote, keep it going.
I thought I was going to say Tom should shut up and let Derek talk. But, yeah, Coach Petty's out there for a month. He and Gloria are out there enjoying the sun, and I'm sure the golf courses, and they're having a great time, I'm sure. We send out a hello to the Pettys. Great folks.
Well, folks, so anyway, thank you, Coach Petty and Casey, for tuning in. It's great to have viewers out there. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, by the way, not just those who I've name-dropped. Let's run through some quick halftime stats.
You've got them right there, my friend.
Thank you, Tom. Johnny Jager leads the Little Giants with 18 points. Austin Burton has 10. Pervlesis has 9. Logan White has 6. Ronald Ryan has a pair, and that's all for the scoring for Wabash. Logan White leads the Little Giants with 4 rebounds. Evan Frank has 3. Pervlesis has 2. Burton has 2. And Jaeger and Roy both have 1. For Denison, David Muir has 14 points. He leads their way. Matt Bauer has 3. Darius White has 3 as well. Spielman has 9. And Freeman and Castagnetti both have 2. Both Pitts and Bauer have 3 rebounds for Denison. Let's see, that's Castagnetti, White, Muir, and Spielman each have a rebound apiece.
I think it's important to note that Darius White, who's averaging about 13 points a game, was held to 3 points in the first half. That's a great defensive job on Darius White, who's kind of one of the spark plugs of this team. He's a senior, and he's been held to 3 points, so the Little Giants done a great job on him. And Muir's going to get his points. Got 14, but the way the Little Giants are playing offense right now, Muir's going to get some points. But, because he's a scrappy player. He's got the points on the turnovers. He's just a good ball player. He's going to get his points. So they've got to keep everybody else in check.
Well, it's almost a pick your poison kind of thing. You can let one of them beat you, but not all 3 between Muir, White, and Spielman, each averaging more than 12.5 points a game.
Well, that's the quandary that Denison's in. They've got Pervlesis, Jaeger, and Burton, all 3 putting it up. So how do you stop them too? You just, and the Little Giants are doing it inside and outside with Jaeger and Burton, and then inside with Pervlesis. And I look for Pervlesis to have a great second half.
We're underway here from Chadwick. Johnny crosses the timeline out between the circles. Pushed over since Duncan Roy on the wing. He'll go inside to Pervlesis. Going to work on Bauer. Hook shot up and good.
Yes, I love being right. I'm not right yet, but it's a good start.
Here's Pitts on the wing. He's kind of stuck out there right now. He'll dribble back up to the top of the key. On to Spielman. Spielman stolen away by, almost. Muir still has it. Ball bouncing around. Oh, that was wild. Darius White will come away with it. Here's Bauer. Back to Muir. Muir goes baseline, puts a shot up off the rim, no good. Rebound Evan Frank. Wabash will come the other direction with it.
And you got a mismatch down here. Matthew Bauer on Pervlesis. He's got even a skinny Pervlesis got about 20 pounds on Bauer. You ought to be able to take him to the hoop pretty easily.
He's backing him down, puts up a shot, it's good.
Do I lie? Do I lie?
2 quick buckets for Pervlesis, and Wabash will stretch the lead to 16. Inside to Spielman. Spielman on Frank. Spielman goes inside, blocked by Pervlesis. And it'll go the other way. That one's off of Muir. Oh my.
Yeah, we've got a serious mismatch down there with Matthew Bauer. He says 6'6", 190, but I'm not seeing the 190. He's skinny.
We're going to take a look at that replay here of the block by Pervlesis. That was a huge play. Pervlesis coming over to help. Blocked off the backboard.
And they're going to give it to change the call.
They're going to change the call, but they're going to say the shot clock. Shot clock should not reset. That ball did not hit the rim. I mean, we can.
Coach Brum not happy about the.
I think understandable. Yeah, we're going to take one more look at the replay. Actually, I think that the referees can use the monitors. We do have replay capability here at Wabash. We'll take one more look at that, see if we can't figure out who that ball was off of. And I think the referee is going to, one of them is going to come over here and start chatting with our associates.
Oh,
that ball,
that's off of Maurer.
That ball's off of Muir. And 15 seconds should be on the shot clock. It's the wrong call to begin with.
I think the ball clearly went off of Muir here.
Yep.
They're going to say that Burton must say that Burton got it from behind.
And ball inbounded by Muir. 16 seconds, 15 on the shot clock now. White over to Bauer. Bauer on to Muir. Muir up top, Castagnetti, 4-3, it's good.
Wow, where'd that come from?
I don't know. I think that the referees missed a call there. That's about the first one I can think of they missed today. And that'll trim the Wabash lead down to 13. Here's Burton on the wing.
Now we've got Patrick Keller in the game, and he is a little bit more of a body than Bauer was.
Bauer has switched over to Evan Frank, and Keller's on the ground. Falls down. Pervlesis takes advantage. Puts up a sweet little hook shot for two.
He's in his zone right now. Don't talk to him. Well, Bauer's still in the game. We've just switched off.
Ooh, that's a pretty mean travel there. Missed by the referees. Bauer, 4-3 in the corner. No good off the iron. Rebound by Pervlesis. And Johnny will come away with it. He'll cross midcourt.
Probably not the shot that Denison wanted there, but we'll take it.
Pervlesis, low post. Going to work on Keller. Kicked out to
nice
Burton. 4-3. No good. Batted back out by Roy. Rebound to Burton.
Great job by Pervlesis to keep that ball in play. He just batted it. He didn't try to catch it. He just batted it back out to his teammate. Great idea.
Here's Jaeger. Over to Burton. Burton into the lane. Kicks out to Roy. 4-3. It's no good.
Duncan Roy's been in a shooting slump. He was 0 for 6 against Allegheny and is 0 for 4 today. He'll come out. He keeps shooting. Good shooters keep on shooting, though.
Yep. Here's Muir out to Darius White. Back to Keller. Keller across to Bauer. Bauer trying to go to the low post, and it's just off his hands.
Great defense by Perv that time. Got set, got in position, put his hands up, and Bauer lost the ball.
We're going to take a replay of that.
Oh, as if Bauer doesn't feel bad
contact
enough.
And just can't handle the ball through the contact.
In the Simpsons vernacular,
Well, I don't think he was ever a running back.
No.
Here's Burton over to Jaeger. On the wing. He'll try to drive. Nothing doing. He'll pull it back out over to Duncan Roy. Inside to Frank. Going to work on Bauer. Up.
Oh, my.
No good but the foul. He'll go to the line. Evan Frank will shoot two. Bauer is in disbelief. He didn't like that one.
You see a total change in philosophy the second half here. There, Johnny Jaeger's getting a lot of attention paid to him, and so that opens up the inside for the Little Giants, and they're taking it right where they should take it.
Evans' first shot is up and good. That'll stretch the Wabash lead back up to 16. Make that 17 as Frank makes both.
58% free throw shooter, deadly on both that time. Nice job. Little Giants have worked on that a lot.
Oh, they needed to.
So, yeah.
Castagnetti, 4-3, it's good. Oh, my.
Where'd this guy come from anyway?
I don't know.
2 points in the first half. He's already drained a couple of threes here in the second.
Yeah. Here's Burton out on the wing. He'll pull it back up to Roy. Roy to Jaeger. White has done a pretty good job of slowing Jaeger down here in the second half. Jaeger pulls up, 12 feet, no good off the iron. And Pervlesis unable to crowd the rebound.
Well, Johnny forced that one just a little bit. I think still the Little Giants need to see feeding it down into the inside, in the paint to Pervlesis, and you got Frank in there as well, so you've got really potential to do a lot of damage down in the paint right now.
Collier checks into the Denison lineup. He'll replace Muir. That's probably good for the Little Giants. Here's Bauer on the wing. Castagnetti up top. Over to Keller. Keller back to Bauer. Over to Collier. 10 on the shot clock. White up top. 4-3.
Wow.
That's
Holy
an
cow.
NBA shot, and it's way out of bounds. Oh, my.
You know, if we had all the students back here, what they'd be screaming, right? Air ball.
I think that one was closer to missing everything than it was to hitting the rim.
That was a guy not knowing how much time was on the shot clock. He had a chance, I think, to get that ball inside. But hey, you're a shooter. Shoot it.
Yeah. Duncan Roy now. Here's Burton. He'll go inside to Evan Frank, trying to do work against Castagnetti, excuse me. Pretty good defense there, though. And Dennis will come away with it. Collier into the lane. Good for 2 points.
That'd be a good time for a timeout for the Little Giants. Their offense is a little bit out of whack right now. They're going to play through it here, though.
Johnny Jaeger crosses the timeline. 23, 22, 21 on the shot clock. There's Johnny. Tries to go through a man. No charge, though. Johnny fakes the shot. Goes in the lane. Little runner. It's good.
Oh, my. That's a terrible shot unless it goes in.
He's got He's got a nose for those things.
He has got a nose for the basketball and the hoop.
Castanetti inside, batted around, ends up in Johnny Jager's hands.
Nobody wanted it. It was a big hoop by Jager there a minute ago. Now a big turnover.
Stolen away
Trying
now.
to force it in.
Kicked out, Tubauer, 4-3, no good.
My.
And they're going to say that's on the ground. They're going to, I think, call that one on Pavlidis. Yep, 33. Yep. That one's on Dan.
It's only his second, I believe. It's only his second personal foul, so he's pretty good shape. Little Giants have done a nice job of staying out of foul trouble today. Knock on wood, of course.
Got a few quick scores, from around the league. At the half, Ohio Wesleyan led Allegheny 48-34, so you got to figure that one's pretty much in hand with Ohio Wesleyan being one of the best teams in the country.
Oh, yeah.
That three short by, what is that? Spielman, excuse me.
Yeah.
At the half, DePaul trailed Kenyon at Kenyon 34-35. So Kenyon with the 1-point advantage at the half. And then our game here, Wabash led 45-33 at the half. Here's Burton now. Inside, tries to get it to Pavlidis, can't do it. Spielman steals it away. Much better matchup in the Denison perspective of Spielman on Pavlidis than Bauer on Pavlidis.
Oh, Denison's picked up the defensive intensity here in the second half. They're getting out on the guards a little bit more. That's why it's opened up the inside. But they've really picked up the defensive intensity. They had to.
Timeout.
Gave up 45 points in the first half. You have to turn it up a bit.
Wabash timeout. We're going to keep it here. That's a 30-second timeout. Score right now, 55-41. Wabash leads this one. Johnny Jager leads the Wabash cause. He's got 20 points. Pavlidis has 15. Austin Burton has 10. To find out more about Wabash campus and community events, you can see the videos of those on our Wabash College YouTube channel. The easiest way to do that, go to YouTube, search Wabash College. It'll be one of the first things that pop up. So if you want to tune in to see replays of the basketball games, catch this year and previous year's moot court competitions or Baldwin oratorical competitions, or just see random stuff that happens around campus, check out the YouTube channel. It's great. I'm on there a few times. Please don't watch moot court from this year. I was nervous. Yeah, Wabash College on moot court. They do a great job. Wabash College on YouTube, excuse me. Muir inside to Spielman. Cross court to Collier. Tries to go to the baseline, and he's fouled.
Johnny let him get by him that time, and that's all you can do is foul.
Let's see Ronald Ryan check in.
Give Johnny a break here. He needs it. He's played a lot of minutes today.
Yeah, he has certainly earned a break in this one. Ball in the lane, no good. Fouls on the floor. Who's this one going to be on? That one's on Ben Stokowski. That's his third. Team's third here in the second half. Ball into Freeman. He'll give out to Collier. Spielman over to Muir. He's played a lot today too. Muir back to Collier in the lane. Kicks out. And just about lost the ball over to Freeman now. Spielman. Spielman trying to go to work on Pavlidis. Great defense. Kicked out. 4-3. It's good from Max Vick. And Wabash's lead down to 11. Ronald Ryan over to Burton.
Still got to kick it back inside. They went away from Pavlidis a little bit inside. They need to kick it back down there again.
You've got a much better matchup on him as well with Freeman. Freeman, a little bit bigger though than Bauer. And that foul's going to be on Freeman.
That's where they need to take the ball. I think they need to take some time off the clock. 12 minutes left. They got an 11-point lead, so they need to protect that. But they need to still kick the ball down inside to Pavlidis because he's got that 2-foot shot. It's a pretty high percentage.
Ronald Ryan steps out to the wing. Goes inside to Pervlesis. Pervlesis going to work. Knocks down Freeman and hits the shot.
Great assist from Ronnie Ryan there. You won't see that. That won't be a big stat, but that was a great assist. The Little Giants needed a bucket there.
Here's Svick out on the wing.
Keep that lead in double digits.
Collier up top. He'll get in the lane.
Whoa,
Blocked by Pervlesis. Oh, my.
Not in my house, you don't.
I don't know how many blocks he has, but it's got to be 3 or 4 today. Ronnie Ryan in transition. Stikowski 4-3. That's a big shot by Ben Stikowski in transition.
That could be a dagger. That was great ball movement. Great knowledge of the court and where your teammates are going to be.
You know, this Little Giants team, they're only 1-4 in the conference right now. But if they play like this, they are dangerous the rest of the way.
Play like this, nobody's going to want to play him.
And Stikowski gets called for another foul. He doesn't like it. That's his 4th.
Coach Brummett's not too happy about it either.
Brummett's giving him a hug.
He needs a hug.
He needed a hug.
That's all you can say.
Mirror now. He'll try to get in the lane. Contact saved by White. Batted away. Keller off of him.
There's Logan White again making a great move. Great hustle move. Logan's going to be tired when this one's over. Little Giants making this mini run right now with Johnny Jager on the bench. Ronnie Ryan doing a nice job running the offense right now.
You know, Ronnie Ryan is definitely
he stepped it up.
The second point guard role. After this game, he might have a lockdown on that.
Boy, that was a fortuitous call for the Little Giants because Burton was in the process of dribbling it out of bounds.
For Ohio Wesleyan and Allegheny score update, Ohio Wesleyan leads this one at Allegheny 65-48 with 14.5 minutes to play in the second half.
For all of you who care.
Well, that's an NCAC score update.
Awful thing to say, and I feel awful about it.
Hey, I care, Tom. This is important. Pervlesis into the lane, puts one up in, is good.
Well, Dan's had a great second half. So far, anyway. He's had 11 points here, or 10 points in the second half. Like I said he would. I hate to keep rubbing that in, but.
Here's White now. Defended by Ronald Ryan. Mirror 4-3. No good. Off the back iron, rebound to Ronald Ryan.
Denison's in the get out of the offense and start hoisting threes stage right now.
Inside to Pervlesis. Kicks back out to Burton. 4-3. No good. Off the iron. Rebounded by Keller.
He makes that, they can warm up the bus, so they got to still stay.
On Ryan. Gets back, tries to defend the shot. Rebounded by Logan White. He got up for that one. 26-25 on the shot clock. Ronald Ryan will get across the timeline with
maybe
out
he is.
just enough time. Man, this is getting interesting.
Nervous Ronnie. I think Ronnie's going to get to take a break here.
Yeah.
He's done a great job.
He really has.
He came in and did a great job from great minutes. Coach Brummett says good job when he comes off the floor, rightfully so.
He has, if he hasn't locked it up by now, he should be the number 2 point guard for this team after Jaker.
I'd like to say also that as hard as he's working on the floor, he's worked that hard academically too, and that's important. He had a good first semester.
Inside to Pervlesis, no good off the iron. Rebound by Logan White. He's blocked by Bauer, and that'll stay with Wabash.
Wabash banging it underneath right now. Logan White is really playing like a person obsessed. He's doing a great job. The Little Giants have stretched that lead to 62-44. A lot of time left.
18-point margin. Make that a 20-point margin for Wabash, and they coughed up a big lead late against Wittenberg, but the way they're playing today, I don't see it happening.
Yeah, a lot of time left here. Other day, knock on wood. Knock on simulated wood.
Yeah, whatever we're sitting at right now.
Knock on veneer.
Johnny's going to cross the timeline. He'll slow it down a little bit. Wabash knows they've got plenty of time.
My head's got more wood in it than these tables do, I'm telling you. I've moved them often enough, I know.
That one off of Denison. Now, Tom, I'll tell you why that Allegheny score line matters. Because if this score holds and Allegheny loses, then Wabash moves into a tie with both Denison and Allegheny at 2-4 in the conference.
Okay, that's good to know. Oh, man, that's way off.
Way off for Duncan.
Duncan is just a little bit off, but that's okay. That's okay. He'll be back.
Darius White now over to Pitts.
White still with only 3 points in this contest. That's a big stat.
Great job by Wabash to limit him. Bauer over to Castagnetti. 4-3, no good. Rebound by Dan Pervlisis.
That's going to the well once too often, I think. Castagnetti.
I would agree with that one. To White. Here's Johnny. Inside, to Pervlisis. Up and good.
Money in the bank. Money in the bank.
No, here's Johnny was not supposed to be a joke. I'll make those later. Stolen away by Pervlisis. He saves it from going out. No, he doesn't. Almost, but not quite.
I think Dan's going to get a break here.
We're going to go timeout Denison. That's a full timeout. So we're going to take a break as well. Wabash leads this one 66-44 here in Chadwick Court. We'll be back in just a moment with more Wabash College basketball action here on Wabash TV.
Division III schools offer academic scholarships instead of athletic scholarships. This really puts the focus that the student athlete needs to maintain that GPA.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III. A lot of people pick schools just based on the sport and don't get that experience.
Being a Division III athlete and developing my leadership skills has definitely put my name out there and helped me get more recognition on campus, but more recognition nationwide. I did win the Jostens Trophy, which is based on leadership, academics, and then how well you do on the court.
I'm also the Schwartz Scholar of my class. Schwartz Scholarship is basically a scholarship that is given to a student who's identified as a likely leader.
In the end of the day, it won't matter how they play on the field, it will matter how they do in the classroom.
Well, we're back here in Chadwick Court. Wabash leads this one, as you can see in the background, 66-44 with 8 minutes exactly to go here in the game.
It's been pretty much a Daniel Pervlisis show here in the second half. He's scored 14 points, and he's been the man.
Didn't you predict a big half for Dan?
Thank you. I did, Derek. Thank you for reminding the folks of that.
I'll save your breath for it.
I just try to see the court and analyze the first half, and that it seems like the right thing to do.
Here's Bauer on the wing. Inside, going to Spielman. He'll kick it back out to Bauer. Stolen away by Pervlisis. Wabash come the other way with it. Johnny crossed half court. Standing right over, now out in between the circles. On over to Burton now.
Little Giants will take some time and look for the good shot.
Here's Johnny.
Which means throwing it into Pervlisis.
8 seconds on the shot clock. 7, 6. Johnny throws one up. No good for the runner. Rebounded by Bauer, and Denison will come the other way with it. White will slow it down. Over to Pitts. Pitts 4-3. No good off the back iron. Rebound Evan Frank.
Little Giants clearly willing to give him that shot.
Johnny across the timeline.
Down under 7 minutes now. Little Giants can take their time.
Really milk some time off this clock. Over to Frank. Inside.
Great pass.
Daniel Pervlisis
Great
going
pass.
to work. No good
my.
for the layup. That's one that he's going to regret.
Yeah, especially when Frank tells him about it.
Rebounded there by Bauer. Spielman missed the first. Bauer got the second. Wabash's lead cut back down to 20. I think that's a pretty safe lead, but cut to 20.
Strange things can happen in this game, Derek. Never know. Never say never.
Over to Burton. He'll go back to Jager. Jager to Frank. That one wasn't even close. And Denison will come the other way.
I think they're going to change this one.
They've got to talk about it or something.
Yeah, clearly went off of Denison.
We're going to take a look at that. That ball batted off of Bauer. Yeah, looked like a
And they're doing the right
Wabash
thing.
ball to me.
They changed it, I believe.
And we're going to say full timeout to Wabash. Again, if they're going to take a break, we'll take another break as well. With 6:05 to go here in the game, Wabash leads 66-46. You're watching Wabash College basketball on Wabash TV.
I know sports is important, but having the academic part along with it is a big plus.
I've discovered in myself, a newfound ability to overcome adversity at all different angles.
At a Division III school is really shaped around you developing yourself as a complete individual. The end result in my mind is you just become a very well-rounded person.
Before I came into college, I didn't really think I'd be able to balance so much. It helps a lot that you have a family with your team that can guide you.
With a D3 school, there's a lot of time for other opportunities. The coaches expect a lot of you during soccer, but after soccer, that's your own personal time to really find out who you are and other opportunities that you can pursue.
By balancing all of my interests, basketball, my leadership skills, and academics, I'm able to better prioritize my life and to manage it.
Well, we're back with that replay. Get to see, yep, that one did go off of Bauer, it looks like. And the referee's got this one right.
Yeah, mentioned the refereeing crew here, Matt Hans, Brian Shore, and David Walker. They've done a good job today. They have done a good job.
Ball inbounded to Frank. Frank tries to dribble it, goes off of, that is Spielman's knee. Goes off of Spielman's knee, and Wabash will stay with it.
Little Giants don't want to try to force the action. They just need to keep running that offense or getting a little bit anxious to get the shots off.
You know, Tom, I'll tell you, Spielman and Keller look so similar. I've been mixing them up all day long. I've been sitting here calling this game the whole time. Jaeger missed the shot there.
As the shot clock ran out, so had to get that one off is all they could do.
Not a whole lot that can be done there.
Nope. The Giants still shooting 56%, almost 57 from the field. It's cooled off just a bit here in the second half, but still a good performance.
Mirror there on the lay-in. Denison's ratcheted up the pressure a little bit.
They are, which should open things up underneath if the Little Giants can beat them down the floor.
Johnny slows things down, 17 on the shot clock. He just about leaves the ball, goes inside to Pervlesis. Pervlesis for two.
Great look, that's a great assist. Great assist for Johnny Jagger.
That's only Johnny's third. Spielman for three.
Should be Johnny's.
That's good. Wow.
Should be Johnny's fourth assist.
That's Spielman's.
He has four now.
That's Spielman's second three of the ball game. Johnny's fourth assist, excuse me. Pervlesis has 25. Johnny has 20.
Oh my!
Frank splits the defense. Roy for the oh my!
That's the way to break the shooting.
Roy!
Way to break the shooting slump.
That'll get Chadwick a little fired up. Holy
That's
smokes.
the way to break out of a shooting slump.
Ball stolen away by Roy. He's on fire.
Maybe that will get him off the schneid with the three-point shots. And he comes back down and gets this steal.
Somebody give him a hard time. How many threes did you make today? Well, I dunked the ball, did you?
Hey, yeah. That's one thing he's done it one more in his life than I have.
Oh, and Daniel Pervlesis with
not to be outdone.
You know, I think that they're getting to a point out there. They're just having fun with this game. And contact underneath.
We're just taking what the Denison defense is giving them right now, and that's the dunk.
Yeah, I mean, we'll take it. We're going to get a second look at that one.
Watch this
Jaeger,
pass.
Ball
Boom.
inside, bang.
Wow, that's a great pass.
And Dan's pretty fired up about that one. Near misses the first.
Denison a robust 2 out of 7 from the stripe. 2 out of 7 from the stripe in this game.
We're going to get a look at Duncan Roy's dunk. Oh, he
Boom.
went up two-handed. Mirror hit the second. That'll shave the lead back down to 20.
Somebody's got to be open here.
Here's Duncan Roy. Dribble back across the top. Over White. White back to Burton. Burton to Johnny Jager. Tries to go through a man, has it poked away. That'll stay with Wabash though with just 6 on the shot clock.
And the ball in at half court, so they're going to probably not get a very good look at this one.
3:54 to go here in the second half. Wabash leads 72-52.
Perv sprint towards the basket and get that long pass.
Got to clean up the floor a little bit. Spielman looks like a pretty sweaty guy out there.
He's a sweaty guy.
Yeah.
He's sweaty.
Yeah, Spielman dove for that one, skidded. Ball inbounds Johnny Jager now. He'll throw up a shot. He's fouled on the shot.
Wow, that was a lucky break. Coach Brummett knows it. He's shaking his head.
Yep, that was fortunate. Nope, they're going to say that Johnny was out of control there. Oh, the way I thought they gave us the body call, but no. Johnny's going to pick up his third.
It's okay. You're down under 4 minutes, so he can still play hard. So.
Yep.
Little Giants have done a pretty good job all afternoon of staying out of foul trouble.
Muir tries to draw contact, puts up a shot, poor one at that. A lot of stuff going on down under the basket, and Wabash will come away with it.
Well, Denison's into the we've got to make something happen stage right now. Burton pulls it back out wisely.
Johnny out of bounds. Wow. They're not going to say he was fouled. That's, in my opinion, a poor call.
Hey, he got mugged a little bit. I'm a little bit surprised.
Yeah, I'm not real sure about that one, but okay. We'll come the other way with it. Stay with us after the game. We'll take a short break and get back with post-game thoughts from Coach Brummett, and we might even try to see if we can find Daniel Pervlisis or Johnny Jager or somebody, whoever will be willing to talk to me. We'll chase him down.
I'm willing to talk to you, Derek.
Thanks, Tom.
Pervlisis with 18 points in the second half. He's 13 out of 17 from the field today. They're feeding him in the second half, and that was absolutely the right thing to do because the way the Little Giants shot lights out from behind the arc in the first half, they had to do something, and now Little Giants take advantage of what they're getting.
Spielman makes his first, trims the lead down to 19. 3:14 to go here in the game.
Spielman with 13 on the game. That's just a tick under his average, but he's played a pretty good game so far. He's a big kid.
Wabash leading points in the paint. Here's a big number for you, 34-16. Wow. Without Marcus Camrath. That ball stolen away by Muir. He's going to throw it in straight to Duncan Roy.
Giants getting a little bit slipshod with the ball right now. Got to be careful.
Cross-court pass to Burton. Back up to John Jager.
You want to run. You want to milk as much of the clock as you can. And then get it to Pervlisis. Inside to Pervlisis. He'll go to work. Stolen away now by Collier. It looked like he walked. And gets in the lane with the layup, though. And jump ball tied up. Are they going to give us the timeout? I believe so.
I think they are.
We've got to talk about this full court pressure now and what they're going to do to break it.
That's a full timeout for Wabash. We'll take a break as well with 2:39 to go here in the game. Wabash leads this one 72-56. You're watching Wabash College basketball on Wabash TV.
Division III allows you to be able to give yourself to other things. Not even just participate in them, but really get involved with them if you want to.
There's a lot of interaction. It's not just sitting back, taking notes. You're actually doing hands-on things and better preparing yourself for your major.
Choosing a Division III school, I've had the opportunity to develop my leadership skills and to be more involved on campus.
Division III in athletics affords students the opportunity not only to participate in intercollegiate athletics at a competitive level, but also gives them the opportunity to, engage in the other interests in their campus and in their lives outside of that sport and outside of the academics on the campus.
And to have opportunity to have time to join clubs and being able to play basketball, it allows you to just be able to do everything you want to do. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Welcome back here to Chadwick Court. Derek Andre alongside Tom Perkins. Wabash leads this one with just over 2.5 to go, 72-56. Lead was as large as 21 or 22, I believe.
22, yep.
22. Tom Perkins, best in the business, here next to me.
Thank you very much.
Been trimmed down.
Just when you've been doing it a while. Although I have been off Mike's side for a while.
Uh-oh. I'm going to say that one's Johnny stepped on the inline. Denison ball.
This one is not necessarily in the bag. You've got to get the ball up the floor, and Denison's only committed 3 fouls, so that's going to be a factor.
That's a very poor call because you can see White between his feet. And the line, that shot from Bowers, good. And that's the second, in my opinion, really bad call that's led to a 3-point basket from Denison. Johnny crosses the timeline. Outside to Burton. Careful, Burton onto White. Back up top to Jager. A lot of contact up top. Purvlesis into the lane. They're saying he was out of control. No, 2 shots to Dan. With 2:07 to play, and the Wabash lead down to only 13.
Well, that's only 14 fouls now still on Denison in the second half. So if they foul on the floor, Wabash just gets the ball out of bounds. So that is going to work against Denison here late in the game. Because the Little Giants, every now and then, having a struggle from the line. That's to be generous. They're much better today. Little Giants 7 out of 10 from the stripe. No, much better today.
Whoops. Purvlesis misses the front end. My bad. Take a look at that going down the lane. Purvlesis showing into the lane. Takes a step, goes up. Fouled pretty hard there. Goes down hard. Pretty obvious blocking foul.
Good players get those calls.
Purvlesis' second is up. It's no good off the back rim,
bank
too.
that one in.
Here's Muir. Wabash lead down to 13. This one's getting interesting here in the late goings. White up top to Bauer. 4-3. It's good again, and now the Wabash lead is down to 10 with just over a minute, or just under 2 minutes, to go. Ball to Duncan Roy. Burton across the timeline. He's going to push the pace, get into the lane for the layup. It's good for 2 points.
That's a dangerous play, but it worked. You really want to pull that ball out and take the time off.
White for 3, no good. And it's off the shot clock anyway, coming the other direction.
Still not a foul. There's still only 14 fouls on Denison. White has had a bad day today. He's 1 out of 5 from the field and has only 3 points. So that's been a big factor in this game.
Ball over to Jager. He'll get it up to Burton. Burton able to corral it, and he's fouled.
Okay, so the Little Giants just get the ball back in on the side. So, and that's only 5 team fouls. So we've got 2 more to go. Sometimes when you're playing a clean game like that, it can come back and bite you near the end of the game.
And another foul there. This one on Muir.
What that's doing, that's killing some more clock. I mean, it takes 3 or 4 seconds to foul, and it's still taking time off the clock, which is what Wabash wants.
74-62, Wabash leads.
Now you keep it in Johnny's hands to get fouled.
And Johnny's fouled again.
And now Johnny will be shooting free throws.
And now
that's what you want.
Now Johnny's going to go to the line, like you said, shooting the 1 in the bonus.
4 out of 5 from the stripe today, right about a season average.
See if he can add to his 20 points on the afternoon. 20 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists.
He's had a solid game. It's really not been as much of the offense in the second half just because he's drawing a lot more attention.
Looks like Daniel Pavlisis is going to head to the bench. I think his day might be done.
I would think so. He's had a great second half, 18 points.
Absolutely. To close out this game for Wabash, 4 freshmen and a senior. Talk about the faith that you have in your youngsters.
Absolutely. Pavlisis 9 out of 11 in the second half, 13 out of 17 overall. So pretty good day. Oh, Johnny misses.
Help it! Help it! Help it!
Ball inside to Bauer, no good. Rebound, Keller, he puts up another one, no good. Rebound, Duncan Roy. He'll come away with it.
Good job by Duncan.
Stolen away, ball out of bounds. It'll come back to Wabash, though.
And that took a lot of time off the clock. Don't be banging my game ball against the floor like that, fellas. Things are expensive.
Timeout. Wabash is going to take a full timeout with 53 seconds and 3/10 of a second. We'll keep it here this time. Tom, we're going to change sports. Who's winning the football games tonight?
Who's winning the football game? I'm putting my money on Kansas City to beat Houston. I mean, they've won 10 in a row. I don't even know who else plays.
It is Pittsburgh and Cincinnati.
I think Pittsburgh is a team that nobody wants to play right now, too. A lot of turnovers, a lot of interceptions, but they throw up a lot of points on the board. And Cincinnati got a backup quarterback in, and we know how that's been working out this year for a lot of teams. Not real well. So I'm looking for the wild card, Pittsburgh and Kansas City, to win both games.
Get a good look there at your officials today. Matt Hands, Brian Shore, and David Walker.
They've done a pretty good job today. We had a couple of calls. They're at the mercy of replay. You know, the couple that they've missed, you know, were human error, but the replay always makes officials look bad. And I think overall they've done a pretty commendable job. The thing about D3 officials, Derek, is that the good ones don't stay with us long. They move up to D2, D1, where there's a lot bigger money. And by D1, I mean into 4 digits per game. Big Ten officials make somewhere $2,000 plus
per game.
You know, per game. Yep. Wow. Yep. We've had them, and a lot of these guys are working D1 now.
Wow.
The bad ones stick around forever, though.
And that ball stolen away by Collier. He's going to put up a 3. No good off the side iron. Muir puts up a shot. No good. Rebound, Duncan Roy, and he's fouled.
As he cradles the ball. Good job by Duncan Roy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Duncan now with 6 rebounds in the game and 4 assists. So even though Duncan Roy has not been very good offensively today, just 1 out of 6, he's been doing the other little things. 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, no turnovers. I mean, that's well, maybe 2 turnovers, but 2 turnovers. But still, overall, a pretty good line.
Oh, Muir into the lane, pretty easy bucket, and Denison will take another timeout. That'll cut the Wabash lead to 11. That's going to be a full timeout. We're going to take a break this time with 36.4 seconds to go. Wabash leads 75-64. You're watching Wabash College basketball on Wabash TV. Welcome back here to Chadwick Court. Derek Andre alongside Tom Perkins. Wabash has another chance to inbound the ball. Evan Frank inbounds to Jaeger. He throws it off Bauer's foot. And that's going to shave a few seconds off the clock for Wabash. 33.4 now.
And that's what you're trying to do, peel as much time off the clock as you can because you know you're going to get fouled. They're not going to wait 10 seconds. They're not going to wait 10 seconds to give Wabash a chance to get the ball up the floor. They need to foul. If they don't steal it, they need to foul immediately.
Inbounded to Burton, and he's fouled quickly. He'll go to the line with 29.4 seconds to go.
Another good foul shooter, shooting 80% from the stripe this year. Little Giants have got this one in the bag. It hasn't necessarily been that easy in the second half, even though the lead ballooned up to 22 points at one time as Burton converts the first foul shot. It's been, Denison has not packed it in, that's for sure.
And Burton stretches the Wabash lead back to 13 points, makes them both. Backpedaling, Muir into the lane, puts up a runner, it's good for 2. And another timeout to Denison.
Muir's getting a lot of his points. He's got 23 points now, but a lot of those have been after the thing has been decided. So, you know, it looks all good, well and good with 23 points in the game, but your team is going to go out of here with a loss.
That's a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here. 77-66 Wabash leads with just over 24 seconds to go. This Wednesday, Wabash heads to the 8th-ranked Ohio Wesleyan Bishops in Delaware, Ohio. That game, we don't have a time for that. I can check real quick here.
Probably 7-ish, I would think.
I would assume so. 7:30 tip. Wabash then next returns to Chadwick Court next Saturday against Kenyon College. Tentative start time is at 6 p.m. as that ball is inbounded to Austin Burton. He's fouled quickly. Tentative start time for that game is 6 p.m. due to a home wrestling match earlier in the day.
Invitational, the annual Max Surveys Invitational. That should be a lot of fun. That'll probably be getting underway about 9 o'clock Saturday, and we'll be getting that over about 3 o'clock, so we'll have plenty of time to create a basketball court for the game.
It's a busy day for you.
It's a busy day for me, but it's ain't my first rodeo.
Burton hits us first.
Well, what's really tough is when we have in November, several times we've had our first home playoff game in football and then come in for a home basketball game. That's a tough one. And it's all doable because we love our jobs.
Near 4-3, no good off the front iron. Rebound by Evan Frank. He's fighting around and finally is fouled.
And it's a foul shooting contest now.
Looks like the game is over in Allegheny in Granville, Pennsylvania. Ohio Wesleyan won that one, 89-77.
Wesleyan's the real deal. They're always a solid team. Mike DeWitt is a great coach and one of the nice guys in the league. He's a super nice guy. He does the home management for football for Ohio Wesleyan, and he and I talk a lot. He's a good guy.
Frank misses the second off the front end. 4-3, Bauer, no good. Rebounded by White. White to Muir, 4-3. They're just heaving them now. That ball batted back out. Muir pulls it back out, and that'll do it here in Crawfordsville. Your final, Wabash 80, Denison 66. The Little Giants will take this one. We're going to take a short break, be right back with head coach Kyle Brummett. I'm going to try to grab Daniel Pavlisis as well, see if he'll take a second to chat with us. Thanks for tuning in for Wabash College Athletics. We'll be right back with the postgame show just in a moment here on Wabash TV.
At Arlington National Cemetery in Washington, D.C., a memorial stands to honor unidentified service members lost on the field of battle. This year, 4 Wabash Little Giants, after an otherwise normal away game, visited the site. And the experience was much more than ordinary.
We were able to be a part of laying a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier, something that not everybody gets to do every day.
We actually got to walk past the chain link fence and to stand in front of everybody and stand in front of their shoulders while they played taps. It was humbling, and I mean, it brought chills to your spine.
It's very high security, so I mean, the fact that we were able to get in and do something of that nature was just phenomenal experience.
Thinking about all the people you saw walking up to that national monument, all the headstones, all the graves, and thinking about everybody and all the sacrifices that people before us made so that we are able to live the lives we do. It's humbling. I mean, there's no other word that comes to mind other than humbling.
Typically, a Division III football experience would not include a 630-mile road trip to Virginia. But because of alumni contribution, the journey for the team and these 4 will be a lasting memory for years to come.
Going to this school, there's nothing like it. I think that Wabash has shaped each and every one of us to be a better man, a better student. Football has made us into better leaders, better teammates.
To be able to play Division III football and fly all the way over to Virginia and be able to have this experience, stay an extra day, have that kind of funding to be able to do that, I just wouldn't be able to do it anywhere else.
I have to give credit to the Flying Wallies, the alumni group, just for everything that they've done to make this possible for us.
We're all lucky to have an alumni base that Wabash has because they are so supportive and they really have our best interests at heart. It brings a sense of a family, having people out there in the world to have your back and to be able to provide things and to be able to experience things that not many other people get to do.
We're back here in Chadwick Court with Coach Kyle Brummett after the Wabash 80-66 win against the Big Red of Denison. Coach, you have any primary thoughts about today's game?
I mean, it was just really good to get back home in the league and, play well. I mean, Denison's a good team. They've had some really good wins already this year. But there's a clump of teams in the NCAC that are, trying to carve out a place for themselves. And, we've gotten off to a little bit of a slow start, but we've played some really good teams. And we need to make some hay when we're here at home. And I was really happy with how the guys played, especially in the first half. And to come out in the beginning of the second half. We're really good at the beginning of the second half.
Coach, you had a lot of guys tonight. You had a few guys over 20 points, a few guys with a lot of rebounds, but you had 16 turnovers. Yeah. That's a number you always like to harp on. How do you get that down?
Well, I've got to go back and look and see where they came from. I mean, were they all at the end when we're, trying to run clock and because I think that's, you got to understand, with this many young guys, every situation is a new one, and just we've been in this situation a few times, but not against this high of a caliber of a team, so we had opportunities to put them away, probably turned it over a few too many times in the tail end. I think we had 9 at the half, so that was too many as well, but they were aggressive ones. We had a charge, we had a couple trying to feed the post, so you got to find where they're at and then kind of pick on those guys depending on who's making them and when you're turning it over. But it is 16's more than I'd like.
Coach, obviously Denison a strong opponent today, but you got Ohio Wesleyan coming. You got to go to Delaware on Wednesday.
Really?
The 8th-ranked team in the country. What does this game do to kind of prep you for them?
Well, not much. I mean, we gotta get ready. I mean, we put everything into getting ready for Denison. We'll do the same thing. We got to get these guys some rest tomorrow. Monday, we'll put our thinking cap on. We got a few guys that have to worry about comps before then. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do. It's just one game at a time. I mean, such a young group. We'll go over to Ohio Wesleyan. We'll do our best to prepare. They'll do their best to follow my plan. And then, then we'll move on to the next one. And that's just how you have to approach it with this group.
Any last thoughts for us, Coach, before we let you go?
No, let's get Perv on here. He's got a lot more better ideas than I do.
All right, we're going to see if we can get Daniel Pervlisis over here. Dan, hey. Let's see, 27 points, 4 rebounds. That's a pretty good day.
It's decent, yeah, definitely a good day, and all around for the whole team, it was definitely fun.
80-66 against a pretty good Denison team. Move you guys 2-4 in the conference, get you back in the mix a little more. What's that do going forward for this team?
I think first off, it gives us a lot of confidence. It's tough sometimes with a lot of freshmen. We have 13 of them. So when we start losing and have a couple tough games against some pretty good teams, it takes a lot for them to learn from that. So you need a couple of those wins that are against good teams, and this is a very good team. They have a lot of juniors, a lot of seniors, and it was important for us to come out and play with a lot of intensity. And they stepped up and played really well today, and I was really proud of them.
A lot of the shots in the first half were coming around the perimeter, but you went 9 for 11 in the second half. What changes did you guys make at halftime to kind of go back inside to you and Evan Frank?
Yeah, I don't know if it was much of a change, but it was definitely a re-emphasis. In the first half we had a lot of drives that we got into to the lane, and then we got a lot of kickouts for threes, and we were doing pretty well from the 3-point line. But in the second half, we really just wanted to keep beating them inside. And it was just a testament to the guys who were passing me the ball. They were able to find me when I was open, and I tried to finish it for them.
Any last thoughts on the game today?
Great win. Hopefully we can take this into the next week on Wednesday against OU. They're a great team, so we'll see how it goes.
All right, thanks, Dan.
Yeah, thanks. See you later.
Well, that's a final from here in Crawfordsville. 80-66, Wabash wins this one. Stay with us just for a few more moments. We're going to have some final thoughts from myself and Tom Perkins. He's still back at the table. We're going to take a short break. You've watched Wabash College Little Giant basketball action on here on Wabash TV. Stay tuned for more of the postgame show.
I know sports is important, but having the academic part along with it is a big plus.
I've discovered in myself, a newfound ability to overcome adversity at all different angles.
At a Division III school is really shaped around you developing yourself as a complete individual. The end result in my mind is you just become a very well-rounded person.
Before I came into college, I didn't really think I'd be able to balance so much. It helps a lot that you have a family with your team that can guide you.
With a D3 school, there's a lot of time for other opportunities. The coaches expect a lot of you during soccer, but after soccer, that's your own personal time to really find out who you are and other opportunities that you can pursue.
By balancing all of my interests, basketball, my leadership skills, and academics, I'm able to better prioritize my life and to manage it.
Division III allows you to be able to give yourself to other things. Not even just participate in them, but really get involved with them if you want to.
There's a lot of interaction. It's not just sitting back, taking notes. You're actually doing hands-on things and better preparing yourself for your major.
Choosing a Division III school, I've had the opportunity to develop my leadership skills and to be more involved on campus.
Division III in athletics, affords students the opportunity not only to participate in intercollegiate athletics at a competitive level, but also gives them the opportunity to, engage in the other interests in their campus and in their lives outside of that sport and outside of the academics on the campus.
And to have opportunity to have time to join clubs and being able to play basketball, it allows you to just be able to do everything you want to do. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Division III allows you.
Well, we're back here in Crawfordsville. Derek Andre alongside Tom Perkins. Wabash wins this one 80-66. Tom, any final thoughts to close us down today?
Yeah, Wabash did a nice job. It was a great win over a good team. That's what you look at. Denison's a good team, 7-5 coming in. Thankfully, 7-6 going out. But Wabash was able to adapt at halftime, adjust at halftime, because you knew Denison was going to come out and defend against the three, because Wabash was very good in the first half with the three. So the Little Giants recognized that, as Coach Rummus said, and they started pushing it inside the Perlices, and he had a field day in the second half. Great basketball by Wabash to make the correction, make the adjustment at halftime.
We're going to take a look at some second half highlights for Wabash. Get a look at there's Johnny Jaker. Man, he had a great game today, didn't he? 21 points, 6 of 10 from the floor, 4 of 5 from behind the arc, 5 of 7 from the line, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, but 5 turnovers. That's probably the only black mark on his day.
Well, still 5 turnovers, but still that they're aggressive turnovers. Johnny makes things happen, and You're going to have turnovers. It's kind of collateral damage, I suppose you could say. But he's going to have turnovers, but he makes a lot of things happen.
Yep.
And only had 3 points in the second half, but played his role in the second half that he needed to.
He did. He got the ball inside to Pervlisis when it was needed. And
the assist to Pervlisis for the dunk.
Yeah.
The assist to Pervlisis on the dunk was one of the better ones you'll see. A bounce pass just right on the button. That was a great play.
Speaking of Pervlisis, he had a huge second half, like I said earlier, 9 of 11 in the second half. There's the dunk right there. You've seen it. It was a great one today for Wabash College, an 80-66 win. We'll run through some quick second half stats. Jaeger with 21, Burton with 16, Pervlisis with 27. Frank had 3, White had 6, Stakowski had 3, Ryan had 2, and Duncan Roy had 2. Duncan Roy had 6 rebounds for Wabash. Evan, Frank, and Logan White paced Wabash today. Mirror had 23 points for Denison in the loss. Spielman had 14. Darius White, coming into this game, averaging 17 points a game, was held to 3 by Wabash. That's got to be the defensive story of the game.
Yeah, he was only 4 threes away from 200 for his career, and was held to 1 out of 5 shooting today and 1 out of 3 from beyond the arc. And he was never really a factor in the game. And I don't know how many minutes he got, but he was just not a factor in the game today.
Well, folks, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for us here. For Tom Perkins, I'm Derek Andre. For all of our Media Center crew, you've got technical director Austin Myers, the replay operator, the man, the myth, the legend, Adam Phipps, Dominic Rivers, he was on camera 1, Kendall Baker, the man right in front of us right there, he was on camera 2. Kendall and I have comps on Monday, so we're going to go and study. Austin has comps too. I thought you were done, Austin, but Austin's got comps too. We're going to study, and we're going to try not to cry too much as we're doing so. For all of us here at Wabash College, this was a copyright production of the Wabash College Media Center. It cannot be reproduced, reissued, or retransmitted without the express written consent of the Wabash College Media Center. Again, for all of us here at Chadwick Court, I'm Derek Andre. Thank you so much for tuning in. Your final, Wabash 80, Denison 66. Thanks for tuning in to Wabash College Basketball on Wabash TV. Goodbye, everybody.